to my surprise, and look, I kind of see a lot of the stuff people are going to say coming. But when I saw people saying that their theory was I got Nick into drugs, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I've never done drugs in my life ever. I did like I took a THC Delta 9 edible when I was in Denver 3 years ago. When I was in the
kidding me.
mountains.
That's what people are saying is that you got him into drugs.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, look at me. I weigh 193 pounds of solid rock.
He is a 42-year-old man that got himself into drugs. Absolutely fucking not.
No. That was silly.
That is silly.
And you know, I've never done any of that. And obviously I take a drug test randomly every month for NASCAR. So I can't
no.
So I thought that was silly. And then they were like, yeah, he got him into degeneracy and hookers. And I was like, I've never done any of that either. Like, I just hooked up with girls. So it's
your fault. Even if you had, and I'm not saying you had, he has 5 children. Okay. He has 5 children. You're a single man. I'm not saying you did that. Even if you had, that's on him.
But anyways, when it comes to like the whole addiction thing, I mean, a lot of these people have never been around addiction. My sister and brother were like the sweetest people on earth. And then the addiction started, and their personality shifted completely on its head. It's the craziest shit I've ever, like, I think back to it now. They were like mean as a snake. And they were never like that. And then, my brother obviously died like 15 years after that. And then my sister's sober. She's been sober for years because she had a kid.
Thank God.
I guess she chose the right path.
Oh, one kid. Yes.
Yeah. It fixed it. And she's the same person I remember when we were 14 growing up. Same exact person. Like nice, sweet, caring. And when she was addicted, heavily involved in that, she's one of the meanest people you'd ever meet in your life. And she wouldn't talk to you for 10 years. She didn't give a fuck. And anyways, so that being said, it doesn't shock me the moves that I'm seeing, or if people are distant, or if people are angry, or people are lashing out. And it also doesn't shock me that it's very hard for April to talk to you.
It doesn't shock me at all. But it was long before this was public that she was distant. And I'm sorry, I don't think it was because of the wife swapping, swinging, all that stuff. Like Cecil said, adults, leave it at your front door. There are kids there. Again, that's none of my business, right? There are kids there. I didn't know about any of that. I had no idea. And then it turns into, well, Aaron's the monster. I'm not an addict. Something else is something else. It's not that. It's not that.
I'll be frank with you. I don't know the Aaron guy. And I watched the show a few times, and I just couldn't watch it anymore because his personality does not click with me.
He rubs people the wrong way. I can totally see that.
It's just like nails on a chalkboard. But I don't know the guy. Look, but the reason I'm saying this is because there's this narrative, and I don't know anything about it, but there's this narrative coming from every direction, except for Aaron, and you got, and of course people, that Aaron somehow caused all this. And but
I don't see how he did,
And my point is, I hear this a lot, and Aaron's the only one that I see sober. And I said this like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, because I first heard this, I don't know where I heard it. Was like, I think maybe it was Aaron that said it. They say it's all my fault. And I'm like, he's the only one sober, kind of. Like, I'm watching his show and he's sober. And he's like got weight on him. He looks normal. His skin
he does, right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was my opinion on that. On the sidelines of being somebody that knows addiction, can spot it a mile away. I'm like, so how did the sober guy trick everybody else to?
Through,
you know what I'm saying?